Today I'm going to show you how to make this cute baby bear card. So to start, we're going to have the base of the card, and that is a 5.5 by 8.5 piece of Sahara sand cardstock. And we're going to fold it in half and set it aside. We're going to build everything else before we put that together. First thing I'm going to do is actually the bow. So I'm going to take the two stamps that create the bow from the baby bear set, and I'm going to take a scratch piece of paper. I need my stamp mat. And here we go. It's a scratch piece of very vanilla cardstock. Oh, goodness. All right. Now, here we go. So the flat bow, which doesn't have any detail to it, is going to get stamped in Sahara sand, which is off camera, but trust me, that's what I'm doing. I like to really ink it up because I'm going to end up cutting this anyway to layer it on the card. So I don't care that there's those extra dots around, but what I do want you to notice, I'm gonna zoom in here, is these little dots right here. Those are important little gaps in the bow itself, because besides the outline, those two little gaps will help you line this up. So let's go back to where we were. Then I'm going to take the detailed stamp. I'm going to stamp it in my mint macaron. And I'm going to move this a little bit so I can see. Not too bad. All right, so now let's cut this out. And we have our bow. Now we need to make the bear itself. Okay, so we're going to take a piece of very vanilla cardstock. It's 3.5 by 3.5, and now we're going to make our bear. So this time I'm going to move the card base over, and I'm going to bring the stamp pad in. I'm going to shift this over a little bit and turn this way. Here we go. All right, so for the flat rubber of the bear, you need to ink it pretty hard so that you get a good coating, because this is a photopolymer stamp. And again, I have these gaps here which will help me line up the detail of the bear. This is a triple stamp, so there's actually 3 layers to the bear. For this card today, we're only going to use 2 layers, but you could definitely use all 3. So there's the base of our bear. And now I'm going to bring in my early espresso, and again I'm going to twist it this way because of the size of the bear's stamp. I'm going to walk the bear across, but I'm not going to press as hard because, first of all, my early espresso stamp is extremely juicy, and secondly, the detail doesn't take a lot to catch on. And as you'll see, I'm going to take a tissue because I actually got a fair amount of ink on the edge here, and I don't want that to mess up my card. So now I'm all inked. Just want to make sure. Yep. Oh, like I said, very juicy ink pad. And now I'm going to line up the foot, the ear, and those 2 gaps. And that should make it so that it's perfectly aligned, or close enough for a fuzzy bear. The nice thing is, it is a fuzzy bear, so if you miss just a little bit, it's okay. Just pushing around the edges to make sure that I don't miss a huge part. 3, 2, 1. There we go. All right, so there's our cute bear. Now let's put this card together. So I'm going to bring in my layers. Don't really need this, and I definitely want that out of my way. So I have my card base. It's time to build the card. I'm going to build the card on an extra piece just to give it a little bit of dimension. So I'm going to take some Stampin' Dimensionals, oops, without the extra papers. 1, 2, 3, 4, just to give it a little bit of lift. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to put this right here. The other thing I like about the new Baby Bear set is it has lots of phrases, and you'll see when I put the inside of the card together that I've used 2 of them. You can make the phrases are designed to be used for a baby card, a thank you card, or a birthday card. And the thank you, and the happy birthday are separate so that you can just say thank you, just say happy birthday, or very much. You also have the chance to make it a baby card, and there's an inside greeting that's a couple lines long that welcomes your new little bundle of joy. All right, there we go. And then the bear itself, to tie in the mint bow with the mint with the brown bear, sorry, I'm going to use just a piece of our mint designer series paper. Even though it's got the white background, it's going to be fine with the vanilla because I'm using the flowers, and the white doesn't show all that much. It just kind of coordinates and fades into the background there. And then we're going to take our bear. And remember, since I already put that layer on dimensionals, I've got a little pop of dimension to my card already. So I'm going to line up, oops, no I'm not. Try one more time. I'm going to line up these edges here. There we go. 1, 2. Okay. So now it's nice and lined up, and then I am going to use dimensionals for the bow itself. So there we go. You can also put the bow up here if you want it to be more girlish, but just thought I'd do it this way. So there you go, the finished card for today.
If you like this video, be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel.